Hello, beautiful soul. My name is Mara, and I welcome you to today's Pick a Card reading. We're going to be taking a look at the month of September for you in 2025. I've got 3 different piles for you to choose from with 3 different crystals, and as I hold these crystals up to the camera, I'll be playing a sound for those of you that like to choose your reading clairaudiently. So let's go ahead and jump into the reading selection. All right, if you need more time, you can go down to the description box and hit the reading selection timestamp. We're going to begin with reading number 1, but all 3 readings will be timestamped as well. So go ahead and find yours, and I'll see you there. Hello, group number 1. Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and jump into the month of September for you. We are going to break this into 3 categories as usual. So we're going to do love and romance, work and finances, and then spirituality and personal growth. So first up, we're going to take a look at your love and romance. So you got, it's hard to read. The camera's like right in front of where the cards are. So the weasel and pine, introspection. And then your message is miracles. Miracles are everywhere. Keep the faith. Okay. So it looks like you're going to be doing some reflecting. It looks like you're going to be doing some healing. And it also looks like things are going to improve. I also get the sense that because this miracle card isn't like get ready for a windfall of miracles, that it's more so like keep the faith. Things are going to get better. That this isn't something that's going to just fall in your lap. It looks like this work that you're doing in your relationship or by yourself if you're single is preparing you for a better partnership, is preparing you for the love and romance that you are really looking for. Let's do some tarot to get some clarification. Yes. Yep, there's that work that I was talking about. Okay, I love this. Okay. So yes, there is some work for you to do this month. It looks like you are going to be putting in some significant effort, but that amount of effort, the things that you're working on are really, really setting you up for a new love, a new type of love. So if you're already in a relationship and you're like, no, I don't want to break up, don't worry about that. That's not what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this being a deeper connection, more passion, a little bit of a blank slate here with the 7 of Swords. You also have the 7 of Wands. Oh, the Tower underneath that. So there are some significant changes that need to happen. And you may have some initial resistance to those changes, but if you just keep your head down, if you let yourself reflect, if you continue to do the work and show up in your partnership, that's where you're going to have this Page of Wands moment where you feel that inspiration to connect. You feel that passion and that desire that comes with working together as a team. So don't be afraid of the changes. That's where the miracle really starts for you, I think. Okay, so you may have a little bit of like some trust issues maybe. A lot of times strength can point to just needing more trust, especially in a romantic reading. So I would say that there are some things that you're going to need to heal through, especially here with the Eight of Cups coming out. It looks like you're going to have to be willing to open your mind. Yeah. Open your mind to new ways of trusting and putting your heart on your sleeve and letting yourself feel, letting yourself be seen, letting yourself be loved. That can be a pretty scary and daunting experience. So, working on your trust issues, working on letting yourself put yourself out there is something that's really going to benefit you in your romantic life within September, and for the rest of your life, honestly. But this Eight of Cups moment, I definitely feel like this isn't easy. This isn't initially easy work. It may be something that you've struggled with for quite some time, and that's okay. It's okay for you to take your time and be gentle with yourself in this process. And especially here with the Page of Wands, that's a beginning energy. It's the start of that passion. It's the start of you feeling connected, and you've got another page here. So just be gentle with yourself on this journey. You don't have to force yourself to feel something that you just don't feel, but do the work. Do the work. And if that's you going to therapy, then great. If that's you just focusing more on journaling and having those introspective moments with yourself, then let that be the thing. But don't be afraid to try. Don't be afraid to walk away from the beliefs that you've really clung to that said, I need to guard myself. I need to have these walls up. I need to do this. I need to do that. I can't trust, because those are the things that are really going to keep you stuck. I love this for you. I think you're going to do really amazing within the month of September in terms of like you really opening your heart to new ways of loving. Okay. So now I'm actually just going to move this out of frame, but now let's go ahead and look at your work and your finances for September. So first you've got the Crow and Dogwood intelligence. And then your message is hope. Hope is the light in the darkness. Never extinguish it. Yep. So I feel like your ideas are very important. You are smart. You are intelligent. And I feel like sometimes that can be a blessing and sometimes that can be a curse, because if you are too smart or too good at recognizing patterns, then it can be hard to hold hope because of past failures, past experiences, or witnessing somebody else go for their dreams and seeing them fail at it, or seeing it not work out in the way that they hoped. And so there are things that you need to be willing to be dumb about, honestly. I feel like you need to stop over analyzing things and just let things grow. Hold that hope in your heart. And I'm not saying that, you just have to be dumb in order to like have a good life. That's not the case at all. But I do think that there's something, oops, bumped my camera. There's something worth really, staying blissfully ignorant about in order to hold hope. So you don't have to future trip. You don't have to think about everything that's coming your way, how it's going to get there, all the moving pieces. Just focus on what you want, the feeling of it, and the fact that you are worthy of getting what you want. You are worthy of having good experiences that you really enjoy. Okay. Ten of Pentacles reverse. There may be a little bit of instability. Maybe you're just going through a really hard time and it's hard for you to think beyond what your current experience is. But I do see a change here with the Ace of Cups. Page of Swords coming back out. And the Knight of Swords. So it's almost like there's a fine line. There's so much goodness in your ability to create via your mind. But if you don't have the groundwork laid out, if you don't feel connected to and happy about the work that you're doing, if you don't feel like you're on the right path, then you're probably going to self-sabotage, or it's going to feel like you are pulling teeth to get yourself to do anything. And it may feel like you have no hope about the situation. And so it's going to be really, really, really important for you to feel emotionally connected to your ideas. That way, excuse me. That way, you can really go after the things that you want without it feeling like a chore, without it feeling like this heavy burden of, I have this, and this, like this endless list of things that I need to accomplish in order to get to where I want to be eventually. No, it's about the journey. And as long as you're feeling emotionally connected to that journey, then you're going to be fine. You're going to feel much better about what you're accomplishing. And that's definitely not to say that there aren't going to be moments of like boredom or redundancy, or maybe you get stagnant sometimes, but it's open, it's possible for you, it's feeling more possible. You feel those limits, or excuse me, those possibilities a little bit more when you feel connected to the path that you're going on. So it does look like the month of September is really just about you getting a hold of how you feel about your work and using your mind to your advantage, not using your mind to figure everything out. Tap into your mind in a smart, intelligent way. I hope that makes sense. Yep, there we go with the three, the Three of Swords. Yeah, you really, really need to open your heart to feeling your emotions. And once you do that, I feel like the money, the finances that you're really looking for this month are going to come. But you can't, I feel like whatever you're going after, whether it's a full-blown career or just simply a job, or maybe even just a small project in your life that you think could bring you money, if you aren't doing the emotional work, if you are feeling completely dysregulated, the universe is going to pick up on that. The vibration of money is going to pick up on that. And not to get too into like law of attraction and whatever, because some of that can be really toxic, but there is some truth to it. And as long as you are focusing your energy in the right direction and taking practical steps to make your dreams come true, then you're going to see what you want unfold very quickly. But with both Pentacle cards coming out in your finance reading, being reversed, it's very much indicative of you not feeling satisfied and not feeling grounded enough to get the finances that you're really looking for. So do the emotional work. Do yourself a favor, do the emotional work so that you don't have to worry about all this baggage coming with you of like, I'm not worthy enough for money. I don't have enough resources to my advantage. I don't have what it takes for people to love me enough to spend money on me. If you're like entrepreneurial, like there are things that may be getting in the way more than you may realize. So use your mind, let yourself really think about the emotions that you need to feel, and don't be afraid to have hope about the situation. I know it may not be the best situation for you right now, but things will get better, especially if you do that emotional work. All right. So lastly, let's take a look at your spirituality and personal growth. Okay, you've got the Bear and Cedar, leadership. And your message is safety. Safety is the foundation of life. Cherish the calm moments. I feel a common theme in all topics for your month of September, and it's really about you feeling good, safe, and grounded. It's about you feeling like you can work through the obstacles that you're facing, because if you feel like you're on edge all the time, or if you're walking on eggshells, or if you're assuming the worst is going to happen all the time, you're going to be in a state of fight or flight. And that is really going to limit your ability to do anything, whether it's in your love and romance, whether it's your job, or if it's in your spirituality. This is a month for you to take charge. This is a month for you to be your own leader and to feel satisfied by what you are producing. But you can't do that until you feel safe. Strength coming back out. Eight of Swords. Seven of Swords. 10 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, I mean, let me just tell you, like, I feel for you, because I do think that you are going through a pretty rough time. And I don't see it in the way of like things persisting throughout September. I do see that there are lingering things, and there are a lot of things that you are having to do the work, the mental work, to get out of, to release yourself from, to change the narrative, to excuse me, oh my goodness, to create new belief systems that are going to benefit you in starting over, or really leaning into a new path for yourself, leaning into new ideas and beliefs. So there's some cleaning up to do. There is some taking charge, having hope, and really creating a space of safety for yourself and trust, so that you can continue down this path, or that you can start a new path. Do not overwhelm yourself. You are much more capable than you may realize, and you have so much more resources than you may realize. There's so much more to your advantage to work with than you're giving yourself credit for, or you're giving the universe credit for. And if you just take a moment to acknowledge how much you already have under your belt, or how much you already have in terms of physical, real world resources or mental resources, then I think you're going to feel much better about this path of taking charge. But if you're saying, woe is me, I don't have enough, I'm scrambling to make ends meet, I have to spread myself thin, those kinds of things, then you're going to feel very burdened and overwhelmed. You're going to get where you want to get, but the path to it is going to be very overwhelming and hard. Oh my goodness. Okay, bumped the hell out of my camera. Let's see, any last messages? There we go. Things are going to get better. Things are going to get better, and it's going to get better because you are choosing passion over logic. You're choosing your heart. You're choosing the things that you really want to feel in life. So it's less about using your mind and more about using your heart to guide yourself through all of this. Set those goals. Don't be afraid to move forward. There is a new path for yourself, and in that, you do not have to look back at all of that pain. It exists for a reason, and it was there for a reason. You went through it. You went through it. You don't have to keep looking back at it and making sure, did I do enough? Did I feel my emotions enough? You don't have to be a perfectionist about the work that you did. And if you stop looking back and saying, you know, did I do this right? If I had done this but sooner, where would I be? Those kinds of things. Then you're going to have so much more fun in setting these goals, and you'll be able to recognize what is working out for you in this present moment way, 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 way more. So this new path that you're moving down, this new beat that you're feeling drawn to, this new rhythm is going to become more apparent, and it's going to feel much more approachable. So the month of September seems like a very progressive month, but I will say it kind of feels like you're pulling yourself up out of the mud. So this is something that's 100% doable, and I do see you actually doing the work to make this all happen. But it's work. It's definitely going to feel that way too. So don't feel discouraged. Don't give up on yourself. Let's pull an angel number. I didn't even grab the deck before I started this, so my apologies for the wait. Let's pull an angel number just to give you a little message to look at throughout the month of September. Okay. 1818, prosperity. I am a beacon of prosperity and abundance. I attract wealth and success into my life with ease. My positive mindset and hard work lead me to financial freedom and fulfillment. Beautiful. So this may be a number that your guides are using to communicate with you throughout the month of September. Focus on your abundant mindset. Focus on love. You've got this. I'm amazed at your energy. It feels very, very ready. So just embrace that readiness and do the work. Do the work to move forward. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if you found it to be helpful and insightful and you enjoy the way that I read tarot and oracle, then please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I always post a monthly pick a card reading, so stay tuned for next month's and next week's reading. I love you guys. I'll see you at the next one. Bye. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and jump into the month of September for you, starting with your love and romance, and then we will be taking a look at your work and finances, and then lastly, your spirituality and personal growth. So for your love and romance, your oracle is the Bee and Pomegranate, productivity. And your message is nurture. Nurture others and also yourself. Beautiful energy. I really like this. If you're single, I would say this is about you getting into the dating realm or actually getting into a relationship. But for those of you that are in a relationship, I would say obviously this is going to be about you nurturing that connection, really building it and growing together as a couple. It definitely feels like you're going to be a little busy bee, being very productive. It is not like you guys are having emotional conversations just for the heck of it. It's like there are reasons. There is growth happening. There is real productivity taking place because of your efforts and your willingness to nurture any connection that you have right now. Yep. Put in the work in. Things are improving. Oh, I love the star. I love the star for you. There's lots of healing there with the star, and a very balanced energy too. I think you're very connected and aware of the emotions that need to be discussed or that need to be felt, while also staying grounded enough to be realistic about things and say, maybe today I don't have 100% to give. Maybe today is not the day to have an emotional conversation. So it feels like you're kind of learning. You're kind of finding your balance and everything. It does look like some things that maybe have been off the table are going to be talked about. Some things that you guys have kept hidden. Not saying that your partner is lying to you or anything, or that maybe you're the one lying, but that there are some things that are kind of hush-hush or not really acknowledged enough. And those things are going to be brought to light to kind of talk about, discuss, and nurture into a better feeling so that there isn't shame surrounding a specific topic or an emotion. With the Four of Pentacles being on the bottom of your deck, I feel like there is a little bit of constriction around this. Like, you may hear all of this and say, okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I know exactly how I'm going to do it. I know what I need to do, blah, 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 blah. Be fluid, be flexible, have willingness to nurture as needed. There may be some things that your partner has been asking you to do that maybe you've been reluctant to do, or maybe have done in very small little tidbits. And this is going to be a month for you to really take charge and say, I am going to be much more flexible, and I'm going to give and provide what is being asked of me from the partner that I really truly love. And again, if you're single, then I would say that this is about you acknowledging the things that you have kept hidden from like other people. So if you're out there dating and you're not being your true authentic self, and there are things that you're keeping hidden, I see you really putting yourself out there and changing that and really releasing control so that you can feel and nurture a really authentic and true connection with someone. Anything else? Oh, there's a timer going off on my phone. Sorry. Okay. The Devil and the King of Wands with the Sun on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Again, there's that take charge energy. I think that normally you may feel like being in control is what gives you more power, but I think that as you kind of go through this experience, you're going to be learning that that taking a step to the side and really just letting things flow naturally and not necessarily how you think they should be or how somebody else told you they should be, that it's going to feel so much better if you do that. It looks like your happiness is going to be top priority, and the happiness of your relationship. But that's not going to be possible unless you really stay fluid about things, unless you do the work to release control but still put effort into things. There are some things that maybe are a little bit toxic, things that you don't necessarily want to talk about, but maybe do. And it's going to be beneficial for you overall, especially with the pomegranates being here. I feel like there's an essence of like that birth and death. So there's a lot of growth happening here is what it feels like. And there may be a little bit of a death moment, but it's all good. It's all beneficial and productive because it's not going nowhere. It's not like dead and we're done. It's dead and what next? Like, what's going to grow after that? What are we going to do with the blank space? So there's definitely growth, and I will say the star can often speak of having hope and needing to focus that hope in a productive direction. A wish come true, you may say. So I definitely feel like this is about you nurturing yourself, nurturing others, giving yourself the benefit of the doubt, and really just putting yourself out there and maybe wearing your heart on your sleeve in a way that you normally don't let yourself. All right, let's go ahead and move into your finances and your career. All right, so for your oracle, we've got the Ram and Dahlia, determination. And your message is embrace change. Embrace change and welcome new possibilities. So it does look like a career change or a change of jobs. Maybe you've already been jobless, and this is about you getting the determination and the strength to persist forward. If you are not in the market for a job change and you absolutely love your career path right now, then I would say that this is more so about finding those little adjustments that are going to make you fall even more in love with the path that you're already on. I love this. You do have the 10 of Pentacles reversed on the bottom of the deck. So it does kind of feel like the finances aren't really there, but it does look like a month for you to start down a new path, for you to focus on what's going to make you happy and build from there, like having your emotions be at the forefront of all your decisions and choosing what's going to increase those things, increase the things that you want to feel about the path that you're moving down. I love to see the Page of Wands for a career reading because it feels like you're really doing what you want to do. With the Emperor being here, it doesn't necessarily feel like you're going to a completely new career path, but it does feel like an opportunity for you to either feel more passionate and closer to your career, or for you to feel or move into a different segment of what you are already specialized in. I just think that the money isn't there. There may be some changes that need to happen before the money increases in the way that you're looking for. So September may not be this like downpour of financial blessings for you, but it will be an opportunity for you to feel more connected to the job that you're working, and or have an opportunity to make the changes necessary to go towards what you want. Maybe this is about you recognizing what's going to make you happy and saying goodbye to something that you have specialized in for a really long time, and you're starting fresh. So for some of you, this may be a complete career change. King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So I definitely feel like you're going to be networking. This feels like a call for you to embrace your passions and move forward with the idea of connecting with people. I think that you are a people person. It may not be... I feel when I said that, I felt this immediate like resistance, like, no, I'm not, or or something like that. And I don't think that it's like the case of, you have to be a people person in order to do your job, but it does look like you connecting with people, maybe co-creating in some areas of your career path, is what's going to bring you to the finances that you're, that you're looking for. You do have the King of Pentacles, so I do feel like normally I would say that that's about you, but it's really, really feeling like somebody else is going to be able to give you an upper hand. Somebody else is going to be the provider and really bring you into a space of being able to provide for yourself. So it doesn't necessarily feel like you're going to be, in the month of September, stepping into this CEO position, but you may be meeting somebody that is already well versed in what you're starting to do, and because of that you aspire, you connect with them, you communicate with them, you get ideas, and you really let them guide you and help you, a mentor of sorts. What else before we move on? Anything? Okay, I think that's it. Oh, okay. Ace of Wands, Queen of Wands. Trust yourself, because there are going to be opportunities to start a new path. The universe is handing it to you. This is going to be a new opportunity, and I will say it's coming as a result of you doing that emotional work to say, hey, I'm not happy anymore. Or, hey, this is going to make me much more happy. I need to move towards it. And so recognize the opportunity, but also the thing with the Ace of Wands is you have to be the one to take action towards it. It's not just the universe handing it in your lap and then all is said and done. You have to take action towards it. And I definitely feel like if you do that emotional groundwork first and you become willing to connect with people, even if you aren't feeling like a people person, that you're going to get what you want. And the Queen of Wands, she is so good at creating. She is the best at creating, in fact. And I would say, I mean, besides the Empress, but that's beside the point. She knows how to use her creativity to her advantage to get real results in life. So if you see but a seed, but a little baby opportunity, but you're like, how the heck is this going to grow into what I want? Just trust it. Just trust yourself to move towards it. So definitely in the month of September, I don't see the actual finances being there, but I do see lots of opportunity. I do see lots of moments where you can start to take real steps towards the dream career that you want, towards the work that you want to put effort into, towards the things that you really want. The changes are going to be there. Embrace them. Love that. All right. So moving on, lastly, we are going to take a look at your spirituality and personal growth. So your oracle is the Raccoon and Sycamore, Curiosity. I love that. Makes me feel like you're going to be doing some inner child work. Courage. Courage lies within you. You have the power to overcome anything. So this feels like you're finding new routes. You are creating new things for yourself. You are gaining momentum. You're having the courage to overcome what may have felt stuck or stagnant. And you're staying curious about the path. You're not judging yourself. You're not limiting yourself because things haven't maybe worked out in the past. There's a lot more openness here that I'm feeling. You're spreading your wings and flying. Yes, yes. The Fool. Taking some leaps of faith. Yeah, the healing, the temperance offers, the purification. Lots of sun energy. Oh, I love it. I love this. This is going to be such an emotionally healing month for you. I'd love to see the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck for you. This feels like you are spreading your wings, moving in a new direction, and just taking a leap of faith that tells you you're allowed to explore. You're allowed to heal from a place of curiosity and not from this dark, deep place of like, I have to face the deepest, darkest parts of myself. This is a fun, curious exploration that you're going on. And that's definitely not to say that there aren't going to be deep, dark parts about it, but the overall gist of this feels very youthful. It feels like inner child work, but it feels playful. It feels kind. It feels empowering. So give yourself the support that you really need. Stay curious and don't be afraid to invite help from others, because I definitely feel like there's a support system here with the Three of Cups for you to lean on in this path. So the month of September is you asking for help. It's you reaching out. It's you leaning into a new direction, trying new things, and letting yourself grow as needed. There's so much healing here. Okay, letting go, maybe doing some untangling work. Okay. A whole bunch came out, but we'll take it. Big stuff. Okay, lots of mental work here. So for the month of September, you are going to be overcoming some things. And you've also got the Chariot on the bottom of the deck. You're going to be overcoming some limitations that you have felt burdened or plagued by for quite some time. This is a month for you to take a chance on yourself. This is a month for you to follow your intuition and trust the universe on this new path that you're heading down. I don't feel like this is just limited to your spirituality. I feel like overall, life is handing you opportunity after opportunity to heal things. And this is going to be the perfect time, probably astrologically as well, for you to lean in the direction of that healing, for you to lean into those moments of growth and spirituality. With the Hermit here, you really do want to focus on yourself. This is a good time for you to be selfish. It's a good time for you to be self-centered and self-seeking. Those are not bad things if you use them correctly. This is a good time for you to do the healing work, because all that goodness that I do see for you, it won't feel good unless you have let go and freed yourself up, because you could keep adding sword after sword after sword of opportunity after opportunity. But if you're still holding yourself there wrapped up in saying, I'm a victim, it's not for me, I'm not worthy enough, I don't have enough, then you're going to not recognize it. You're not going to feel good about it. So Six of Swords here, you're doing the work, you're reflecting so that you can really make this journey of self-reflection and healing a purposeful and powerful one. You will be very, very successful at overcoming any obstacles that you face within your personal growth this month. So trust yourself. You've got this. You just have to be willing to be curious about things and stay playful. Go like the Fool. The Fool isn't well prepared for the journey that he's about to embark on, but he's willing. There's a willingness there, and that's what gets him going. That's what makes him, go. That's what pushes him, and he is blessed here. So the month of September is going to be pretty big for you, I feel. I think that there's going to be a lot of growth, a lot of new opportunities, a lot of really wonderful, exciting moments for you to relish in. And I feel so good about it. It feels very clean and uplifting. So let's close out your reading with an angel number just for you to look towards throughout the month of September. Oh my goodness. Okay. I really need to lift my camera up because I keep bumping it hardcore. All right. For group number 2, Spirit. 222. Okay. Balance. I embrace balance in all aspects of my life. I harmonize my mind, body, and spirit, finding peace and serenity within. Every step I take brings me closer to a balanced and fulfilling life. Beautiful message. So 222 may be a message, an angel number that Spirit sends to you throughout the month of September. Focus on balancing things. Focus on using your mind wisely. Focus on creating from a place of love, from nurturing yourself and being curious about the path ahead. You've got this. You're going to do amazing. So if you found this reading to be helpful and insightful and you like the way that I read tarot and oracle, then please consider giving this video a thumbs up. I do post a weekly pick a card reading as well as a monthly pick a card reading. So stay tuned for the next one and I'll see you there. Love you. Bye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and jump into the month of September for you. We are going to break this into 3 categories. So we're going to start with love and romance, and then work and finances, and then we will look at your spirituality and personal growth. So starting off with your love and romance, your oracle is the Goat and Willow, overcoming obstacles. And then your message is prayer. Prayer is a dialogue with the universe. Express your wishes. Okay. So looks like you're going to need to talk some things out, overcome some obstacles. If you are single, I would say that this is about you maybe doing some self-work, really giving yourself permission to address some things that are currently holding you back from opening up in a relationship or, finding a relationship. There may be some things that you can do, some real steps, some practical steps that you can take to find a connection. If you are already in a relationship, it does look like there are some things that you need to overcome with your partner. There are some ways that you guys can express yourselves a little bit more clearly, just so that things are easier to work through, so that you feel more aligned and open in terms of connecting. Maybe you guys need to create a safe space for expression, less judgment. But overall, I will say that this feels very productive. It feels very much like whatever obstacles you are facing, whether you're single or in a relationship, or if you're teetering into and out of a relationship, I think that you're going to overcome this. It definitely feels that way. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify with some tarot. Okay. Yeah. There's definitely some resistance here. There's definitely a feeling of like holding on really tightly and not wanting to really move forward or really not knowing how, and wanting to do the same thing, or feeling like I'm right, I know the truth, like I know what to do, so why isn't it working? And just doing it over and over again. There's something to be said about feeling your emotions. There is something really powerful about creating a space of safety for yourself, most importantly, and then within your connection to feel your emotions. Because if you are stuck talking, thinking and over-analyzing about your emotions, then you're going to have a really hard time actually finding growth. You will likely face the same obstacle over and over again until you choose to take accountability for how you're feeling and just feel it and let that be enough. It doesn't have to be this over-explained and over-analyzed situation. You're allowed to feel how you feel just because you're human. Your feelings are valid. So this feels like you're moving in a new direction with your partner. It definitely feels like you guys are gaining stability in your connection with one another. It seems like there's one of you or both of you, but I'm kind of feeling it's more so on one end. I'm not sure if it's you or the other person, but it feels like you or the other person, I'm just going to speak like you need to be more provided for. You need to feel more secure. You need to let your guard down and trust that they want your best interest. So in this new path that initially I'm seeing you may have some resistance to, in this new path of letting your guard down, letting yourself trust a little bit more, closing out the cycles that really didn't work for you, it may feel like you are pulling your own teeth trying to get you to do it. It may be hard, and that is okay. And I think that I'm feeling a lot of patience here. It does feel like your partner wants to work on this with you. Like, it doesn't feel like you're alone in this process. If it's you by yourself, I think that you are in a position of having the patience to do this with yourself. So this work isn't something that needs to be rushed, but it does need to be consistent, and it does need to be there. So expressing yourself is going to be of top priority. Learning how to trust in a relationship, yeah, there's that slow energy. Learning how to trust in a relationship is something that is definitely going to take time, and it will take evidence. Yes, there is a lot of faith that goes into it. There is a lot of just putting yourself out there and trusting that you're going to be okay, trusting. But there's also evidence that you're going to need. There are practical things that you are going to need to hold on to say, okay, this happened last time, so that would indicate that things are okay, that I am safe to trust, that I am safe to move in this new direction. But it can be a little bit daunting, for sure. Yeah. This month is going to be about you guys getting on the same page, feeling more connected with one another, and really giving each other the space to express your feelings without it being an argument, without it being a judgmental situation. There's just a lot more that is coming forward and coming to light with one another. And I think that's so beautiful. And again, with this King of Pentacles, it really feels like a nurturing situation where you both are really doing the work to take care of one another, and you respect the new path, you respect the newness of this situation and how slow it needs to go. Then that's the other thing, is that you will likely need to have a real honest conversation about the pace in which you are comfortable moving at. So there's just some changes in your dynamics in your relationship that I think, as long as you are persisting consistently in, and as long as you are willing to express your wants and needs, that all is going to be well. It is work, for sure, but it's going to end up well. Okay? So let's go ahead and move on to your work and finances. So your oracle is the Deer and Oat Healing. I love this. I just got this oracle deck for my birthday, and I'm obsessed with every single card. All right, and then we've got peace. Find inner peace in moments of stillness. Wow. Peaceful month for you with your finances. Lots of healing energy. This is very relaxing, I feel. I feel like oh my God, can I talk? I feel like there is something about you connecting with nature, or nurturing yourself in a really natural and organic way that is going to increase the finances in your life. Let's clarify with tarot. Wow, you're no longer looking back. You've made a lot of progress. I can see that. You're no longer basing your career path and your work life off of practicality. You're doing it off of intuition and emotion and passion. Oh my goodness, what a change of pace. Because I think that in the past, it looks like you have really stuck to the logic of things. And this has been such a significant change of heart. This feels so amazing. Okay, well, there's a clump of cards. We're not going to do a whole clump. Just one more card, please, Spirit. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Oh, I love it. Okay. You are growing things for a reason. There is purpose behind what you're growing, and it doesn't feel like stagnation anymore. It doesn't feel like you're stagnant anymore. You're making real solid progress, and you're in love with the progress that you're making. Wow, September is a big change for you. With the Six of Cups here on the bottom of the deck and the Six of Pentacles, I definitely feel like this is the key that you've been looking for. This is the thing that you have been needing in your career life to really see a solid change for yourself. That peace of mind, that connection, the passion, that is what you have been missing, and that's where you're going to see the finances. That's where you're going to see it. With the Seven of Pentacles, it is a little bit of a slower energy, but it's purposeful. You are exactly where you need to be. There are things for you to harvest. There are things for you to have right now. It may not be at the scale that you want it to be, but it's there. It's definitely there for the taking. I'm I feel like you need to hear, I am so proud of you for not looking back anymore, for not comparing this journey to how you approach things in the past. And yes, of course, you're human. There are going to be little moments where you're like, am I making the right decision? But I think that you have done so much work to move in a new direction that it's coming through as a significant final change. I love that. Keep doing the emotional work. Yes. Okay, so you are moving into a much stiller time. Much more still time, girl. The way that you perceive things, the way that you believe in yourself and that you believe in the universe is changing. And that's because you are in the receiving mode. You are in alignment with what you truly want. There's emotional depth here. There is connection here. And it is a courageous step. It is an act of bravery on your part to choose passion over realistic choices or seemingly realistic choices, but it's worth it. It is 100% worth it. And especially with the Six of Swords here, there's so much movement forward. You've had a lot of sixes. And so I definitely feel like there's growth here. There is potential here and balance as well. So don't be afraid to keep following your heart. Don't be afraid to keep listening to your intuition and following your emotional guidance system, because it is leading you in the right direction. Yes, some things may be scary. It may be a little bit daunting to choose this path for yourself, but keep persisting forward. You got this. This is going to be a really good month for you in terms of your career path. The finances may grow slowly, but they will grow surely. Okay. So lastly, let's go ahead and take a look at your spirituality and personal growth. So your oracle is the hawk and thistle, graceful persistence. Beautiful. And your message is inspiration. Inspiration is everywhere. Capture your ideas. I feel so excited for you. I feel like this month is going to be such a beautiful, empowering, and uplifting month where you're creative, you're inspired, you're feeling like you can just soar through any obstacles that you are faced with. Feels really, really nice. Oh, okay. Goodness gracious. All right. You need to be kinder to yourself. With all of this, this is mostly indicating that you do not believe in your worthiness, or that you do not believe in your ability to grow, or you don't believe in the universe's ability to assist you. There's fear here. There's a lot of repeating negative storylines. And I feel like in order for you to break out of this, because ultimately what it comes down to is a fear of failure. It's a fear, and you're having a lot of anxiety about not making it and not feeling good enough and not feeling good. Like you're worried about ending up in a bad position, but in the process of all that worry, you're working yourself continuously back into a bad position. So there's a lot of like I want to go forward. No, you can't go forward. What if I take steps to do this? Well, then you're going to end up here. Like, there's a lot of different opinions that are going on inside, and you've got this war going on within yourself. And if you don't take the time to really feel your emotions, let go and really just surrender to how you're feeling and say, it is what it is. I can't change it immediately, but I can take practical steps to change it eventually. Then I feel like you're gonna feel like you're drowning if you don't do that. Let's get a little bit deeper into this. Okay. I think that some things in your life have not worked out. There are some things that you have gone through that would indicate that you aren't worthy enough, or that you don't have what it takes. There are things that I feel you have faced in your life that you hold on to and say that is the strongest indicator and evidence of my worth. And it's just not the case. And so for the month of September, you are being given a pretty significant opportunity to turn things around. It's going to take some work. It's going to take some unraveling of the belief systems that you've been holding on to create and lean into some new belief systems that feel much better. Don't resist the healing, even if it's uncomfortable, because the thing that I'm seeing here is that you want to be very practical about this. You want to be very logical about it, and you need to apply that same energy that you put into your career life into yourself. Because there's a lot of emotion that needs to be felt. And if you aren't doing that, then you're not going to reach that feeling of stability, and you won't feel that fear of failure go away. You'll be stuck in this fight within yourself. So things are going to get better. And whatever has happened in the past is not an indication of you and your future. It is not, like history does tend to repeat itself, but you're allowed to grow beyond things. And yes, you are going to have to take real life steps to do that, but just because something negative happened to you, or that you did something negative, doesn't mean that it has to happen and persist into your future. The wheel will always turn. Things are always going to change. And as long as you are moving with it and not resisting and going against the grain, then you're going to find yourself in a much better position. But part of going with the rhythm and with the flow of things is doing that emotional work and really putting in effort to feel your emotions, do the shadow work, do the inner child work, go to therapy, do the whatever. Better yourself mentally and emotionally so that you can believe in yourself and create that stability for yourself, because you are so worthy of having a very fulfilling and inspired experience in life and in September. But if you don't give it to yourself, then it won't come. So you have to be the one that takes the real steps towards it. All right, so let's go ahead and close out your reading with an angel number for you to hold on to throughout September. Okay, for group number 3, Spirit, what is an angel number that you want to give to them? Oops. Okay. 4747, self-discovery. Love it. I am on a journey of self-discovery. I explore my inner world with curiosity and compassion. Each insight brings me closer to understanding my true self. Beautiful, beautiful message. I didn't mean to drop it like that. So 4747 may be a number that your guides use to communicate to you with throughout September. And this message, it really rings true, especially to your spirituality and personal growth subject in your reading. I definitely feel like it applies to everything in your life, but just give yourself permission to do the work. I really feel like you are more capable of it than you may realize, and you've probably already seen that reflected in your work life. So don't be afraid to apply that to yourself and in your relationship. So if you found this reading to be helpful and insightful and you like the way that I read tarot and oracle, then please consider giving this video a thumbs up. I do post a weekly pick a card reading as well as a monthly pick a card reading, so stay tuned for the next one and I will see you there. Love you. Bye.